Good afternoon, everyone. I want to welcome everyone to our annual Senior Awards ceremony. Sincerely appreciate all the family, friends, relatives in attendance. This is one of our favorite events of the year. Clearly, we get to recognize some absolutely outstanding seniors on their accomplishments throughout their high school career today. You know, their recognition in this event is deservedly so. In attendance as well is our junior class. 11th graders, we invite you to this event so that you can get a chance to see just what you need to look forward to and what you can work towards over the course of your senior year next year. Melton is rather unique in the fact that we give out a tremendous amount of scholarships, most of which are monetary. There is going to be thousands and thousands of dollars awarded to individuals sitting on this stage to my right today. And juniors, we hope that you take advantage of this and use it as a little bit of motivation as you go into your senior year. And again, families, friends of our seniors on stage, thank you for attending. Very excited to recognize these kids for their hard work. We have a lot to get through, so without further ado, we are going to get started. I'm going to start off with the United States Marine Awards. Usually we have a representative come, but today they unfortunately could not make it. So when I announce the names of the winners, you will please stand at your seat, be recognized, and then have a seat once the applause concludes. So our United States Marine Awards for our distinguished athlete. We have a male and female recipient. That is Luke DeLong and Brooklyn Wade. For the Scholastic Excellence Award, we also have a male and female recipient, Paul Rowland and Amber Birdsong. And last, for the United States Marine Awards, we have the Semper Fidelis Award for Music, one recipient, and that is Arella Sander. Next up, we have our United States Army Awards. Again, the representative could not be here with us, so I will present those awards. We have one recipient for the Scholar Athlete Award, Seth Yoder. And for the United States Army Achievement Award, Alora Faust. Our next set of awards are going to be presented by a guest. These are awards that are presented to us by our local chapter of the Rotary Club. So I'll invite up to the podium Mr. Rick Kaup, who will be presenting these next group of awards.
Good afternoon. Thank you for inviting the Milton Rotary Club to recognize 9 Rotary Scholar Students of the Month, and to be awarded 2 graduating seniors with the G. Lawrence Brown and Rotary Club Vocational Scholarships. I'm Rick Kaup, I'm president of the Rotary Club. The Vocational Students of the Month were selected by the school for the months of September through May. Most of these students attended Rotary and were accompanied by their instructors. Today I have the honor of recognizing those students with a $100 check to further recognize their accomplishment of being a Vocational Rotary Student of the Month. These checks will be delivered to you by the school. I'd like to ask the students to stand when their name is called and continue standing until the recipients have been recognized. September, Lydia Meckley. Ethan Minion. November, Carly Knighting. December, Aiden Kaiser. January, Austin Mitch. February, Emma Hollenbach. March, Caden Hollenbach. April, Jared Lehman. May, Isaiah Day. From these students, the school and instructors selected 2 of these students to be awarded the G. Lawrence Brown and Milton Rotary Club vocational scholarships. Mr. Brown was the Director of Vocational Education here at Milton High School for many years and was a Milton Rotarian. For many years now, the Milton Rotary Club has chosen to honor his memory by naming 2 seniors to receive these scholarships. This year's recipients are Austin Mitch and Carly Knighting. These 2 students will be awarded a $1,000 scholarship after they complete 1 semester, session, or quarter of post-secondary education or specialized military training and achieve a 2.0 GPA or equivalent. Please help me congratulate each of these students with the special recognition being given to Austin and Carly. I would also like to award the Milton Rotary Commencement Award that is given to a vocational or technical senior who has the highest GPA for the past 3 years. The award is open to all vocational and technical students. This year's recipient is Jonathan Hackenberg. Please welcome and congratulate He will be receiving a $500 award. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Cal. At this time, I want to recognize students and their scores on their end-of-year NOCTI exam. As many of you know, we have 7 CTE programs here at the high school, and at the end of their program, their culminating exam is the NOCTI exam. It encompasses all areas that they have worked on throughout the course of their program, and we want to recognize students with high marks on the NOCTI exam, which I'm proud to say was 90%. Jasnick Hoover, Aiden Kaiser, Justine Ortiz, Alex Parker, Mo Reiner, Gwen Robinson, Chris Rohde, Paul Rowland, Justiana Swank Leach, Emily Schwartzlander, Mason Yeagle, Gabe Yost, Blake Hadcock, Alexis Melhorn, Camden Rogers, Alexis Sanders, Naldier Santana, Dylan Ando, Ethan Fisher, Jonathan Hackenberg, Jared Lehman, Ethan Minium, Terry Reger, Wyatt Shade, Alex Belfamilia, Emma Hollenbach, Aaliyah Kessler, Jocelyn Mong, Natalie Vargas, Brittany Verdinelli, Gabby Whiteknight, Makai Fetzer, Austin Mitch, Lane Rank, Dylan Reif, Aiden Volk, and Serena Fisher. Every one of these students scored advanced in their NOCTI. Please give them a round of applause. Following students scored competent on their exam. Again, a very high mark, deserving of recognition. Brian Kitchens, Dylan Conyer, Tyler Geiswhite, Jacob Harpst, Ethan Icabare, Andrew Jenkins, Lydia Meckley, and Emily Nicholas. Let's give them a round of applause. next round of awards, we're going to be presenting to students, and most of these are individuals that had the highest grade, their best performance in a requisite core content area. So again, for this first group of awards, I'm going to read what they were what award it was and the name. If you just stand and remain standing, just please hold your applause until I finish with this list. For Senior Academic Awards, for Accounting, Carly Knighton. Choral Music, Chloe Russell. Computer Science, Gavin Russell. Early Childhood Education, Natalie Vargas. English, Nicholas Fleck. Family and Consumer Sciences, Emma East. Journalism, 2 recipients, Laura Faust and Maddie Nicholas. Mathematics, Ephraim Langdon. Science, Nicholas Fleck. For Spanish, first place, to the student with the highest average after 4 years, that goes to Maddie Nicholas. And second place with the second highest average, Ephraim Langdon. And then the Melton Rotary Club Technical Excellence Award goes to Aiden Kaiser. Please give him a round of applause. The next group of awards are our Senior School and Community Awards. Again, the same idea. I'll read the award that they that they're receiving, as well as their name. If you can stand, remain standing until I complete the list. The Charles and Mary Lou Journalism Scholarship, Fallon Wan. Class of 1982 Service Award, Maddie Nicholas. Class of 1997 Leadership Award, Gwendolyn Robinson. Class of 2011 Memorial Award, Rachel Genzel. The Life Source Scholarships, Emma Hollenbach and Alex Belfamilia. Mifflinburg Bank and Trust, Harley Knighting. Ross Moore Memorial Award in Instrumental Music, Arella Sandrick. Women's Club of Melton Visual Arts Scholarship, Lillianne Tillman. Women's Club of Melton Visual English Scholarship, Alora Faust. And the Woodman Life Award, Nicholas Fleck. Give him a round of applause.
Good afternoon. I'm Rod Harris, the Athletic Director, and I will be introducing the next set of recipients for awards. First up, we will have our Senior Triathlete Awards. The Senior Triathlete Awards go to athletes that lettered in 3 varsity sports throughout each year. This year's recipients, please stand up and hold your applause until we read all the names. Garrett Baker, Brianna Birdsall, Isaiah Day, Sarah Dwyer, Ashton Kroll, Xavier Midiam, Kylie Wagner, and Trace Winter. Please give them a round of applause. We will do the same for the next set of awards. Once they are all standing, we'll give them a round of applause. These are outstanding seniors by sport and are voted on by the head coaches of our varsity sports. They are Booster Club Awards. Football, Xavier Midian. Boys soccer, Steph Yoder. Girls soccer, Morgan Reiner. Boys cross country, Bradley Newcomer. Girls cross country, Emma East. Field hockey, Patience Benshaw. Boys tennis, Gavin Russell. Girls tennis, Brooklyn Wade. Boys golf, Isaiah Day. Girls golf, Kendall Feather. Cheerleading, Natalie Vargas. Boys basketball, Jace Brandt. Girls basketball, Kylie Wagner. Wrestling, Paul Rowland. Boys basketball, boys bowling, Jasnick Hoover. Baseball, Aiden Kaiser. Softball, Brooklyn Wade. Girls track, Morgan Reiner. Boys track, Ashton Kroll. Girls swimming, Sarah Dwyer. Please give them a round of applause. The Robert L. Cole Memorial Award for golf, Isaiah Day. The PIAA Athletes of the Year and Sportsmen of the Year. First, we will do Athletes of the Year. There is a male and a female recipient. Male recipient, Xavier Minium. Female recipient, Morgan Reiner. The Sportsmen of the Year. Male recipient, Ashton Kroll. Female recipient, Sarah Dwyer. The Sun Gazette Athletes of the Year. Male recipient, Xavier Minium. Female recipient, Sarah Dwyer. The Rockets Swim Team, given by Coach Veronica Irvine, Sarah Dwyer. The Blake R. Kovalerich Covey Memorial Award. It is the purpose of the Blake R. Kovalerich Covey Memorial Award to recognize a graduating senior who best exemplifies the values and zest for life of Blake Covey Kovalerich. Blake, a 2013 graduate of Milton High School, was tragically killed in a car accident on November 5th, 2016. He attended Pennsylvania College of Technology, where he was studying culinary arts and restaurant management. Blake is lovingly remembered for his love of music, the outdoors, ice hockey, and spending time with friends. He was outgoing and never met a stranger. Blake had a way of making even the newest friends feel as if he had known them for years. In high school, Blake was a member of the National Honor Society and participated in track and field, golf, bowling, and basketball. This year's recipient, Gavin Russell. The next group of awards are all given by the Milton Athletic Booster Club and will be receiving a $500 scholarship. The Errol C. Heimball Award. Errol Heimball was a lifelong resident of Milton and worked many years at Milton Manufacturing Company. He was an avid fan of all high school sports and helped to organize the current Milton Panther Cub program. This award was first presented in 1970. This year's recipient, Brooklyn Wade. The James F. Jimmy Haas Award. As a member of the Milton Booster Club, James F. Jimmy Haas always wanted to serve the student athletes at Milton High School. He did this by serving as a Booster Club trustee and working many fundraising events for more than 25 years. As a 1965 graduate of Milton High, he joined the Air Force and served a tour of duty in Vietnam and was honorably discharged in 1969. He retired from ACF Industries after 39 years and was an avid Milton sports fan, rarely missing a Black Panther sporting event. Jimmy died unexpectedly on July 23, 2005. This year's recipient, Seth Yoder. The Max McNear Award. Employed at Chef Boyardee as a department manager from 1940 to 1966, Mr. McNear was very active in Boy Scouting and various sports. He was a charter member of the Milton Booster Club. This award was first presented in 1966. This year's recipient, Ashton Kroll. native who moved to Milton in 1950. He worked at TRW in Danville for 25 years. Russ was the first president of the Milton Booster Club. This award was first presented in 1978. This year's recipient, Austin Mitch. Paul R. Schweitzer Award. A Williamsport native who moved to Milton in 1953. He worked at ACF from 1939 to 1976. He was a charter member of the Milton Booster Club and the club's first vice president. This award was first presented in 1976. This year's recipient, Ephraim Langdon. Thomas B. Wands Award. Tom was a lifelong resident of Milton who worked as a machinist at ACF. He was an avid fan of all high school sports. He was a charter member of the Milton Booster Club. This award was first presented in 1971. This year's recipient, Emmett East. Richard Dick Powell Award. Dick Powell was a lifelong resident of Milton who loved and supported many organizations in the Milton community. His passion for sports led him to help establish the Milton Black Panther Booster Club and served as president for many years. This year's recipient, Sarah Dwyer. The Pete and Karen Bergen Award. Karen is a 1964 Milton graduate who has spent 40+ years as a Milton Booster Club member, 20 years as the Milton Booster Club treasurer, and an avid Milton sports fan. Pete is a 1960 Milton graduate and lifelong Milton resident. He is an avid Milton sports fan who has spent 50+ years as a Milton Booster Club member and 25 years as the club president. Pete is committed to the school district and the student athletes. He is the originator of Milton Elementary Wrestling Program and has coached and assisted at all levels of Milton wrestling. This year's recipient, Carly Neidig. Pete Karshner Award. Pete is a lifelong resident of Milton and supporter of Milton athletics. Graduated from Milton High School in 1940, where he played on the basketball team. He served in the Air Force and returned to Milton to work at ACF for approximately 45 years. Pete was an active member of the Booster Club and served as secretary for over 20 years. He faithfully volunteered in the concession stand and was a peanut roaster at Friday night football games. In 1987, he was the recipient of the Super Booster Award. This year's recipient, Garrett Baker. The Kevin R. Fry Award. Kevin is a lifelong resident and alumni of Milton Area School District. He has been a member of the Milton Athletic Booster Club since 1987 and has held various officer positions over time. He is currently a trustee for the club. In addition, Kevin is a former member of the Milton Board of Education for over 20 years, serving in the past as a president and currently serves as a vice president of the organization. Kevin is a Milton Area School District graduate, as are his children. He is committed to his volunteer work on behalf of the quality education that students receive, as evidenced by his years of volunteer service. This year's recipient, Aiden Kaiser. Have been added this year that will also receive $500 scholarships through the Booster Club. They are made possible by Milton Savings Bank. Milton Savings is proud to support the graduates of 2023 by providing scholarships to further their education. Milton Savings Bank has been serving Milton and surrounding communities for over 103 years. The 4 recipients are Luke DeLong, Dylan Wright, Xavier Minium, and Alara Faust.
Good afternoon, everyone. Robert G. Bailey Vocational Shop Award, awarded to a student in the CTE program with the highest 3-year average. This award honors Robert G. Bailey, Milton Area School District from 1968 to 1998 as a drafting mechanical drawing teacher and vocational coordinator. In honor of his dedication and hard work, we recognize the efforts of the vocational student who also possesses Mr. Bailey's same traits. This year's recipient is Jonathan Hackenberg. Michael V. Bergen Memorial Award, presented by family and friends in memory of Michael Verrill Bergen. Michael was a 1990 graduate of Milton High School, a wrestler and an avid Milton sports fan. Michael lost his battle with cystic fibrosis in January of 1999. This award is based on scholastics, sportsmanship, and need, will be presented annually to a Milton High School wrestler who is going on to further his education. This year's recipient is Aiden Kaiser. Mary F. Byers and Joe Nickey Memorial Awards. Awarded to the senior who has best given of his or her time to the Milton Little League. This award is presented by the Milton Little League Incorporated in memory of Mary F. Byers, who was president of the Milton Little League Incorporated at the time of her death. We have a male recipient and a female recipient. Male recipient, Garrett Baker, and female recipient, Carly Knight. Gina L. Barnhart Memorial Award, presented by the family in memory of Gina L. Barnhart. Gina was a student and a cheerleader at the Milton Middle School. This award will be given to a cheerleader who will be attending college majoring in elementary education. This year's recipient, Jocelyn Mung.
Next up, we have the Joseph A. Klinger Citizenship Awards, awarded to the senior who exhibits outstanding citizenship. Dr. Joseph A. Klinger was a family physician in Melton for many years. He was president of the Melton Trust and Safe Deposit Bank in Melton and a very prominent citizen. The trust fund for this award was established by his wife at the time of his death. We have a male and female recipient. Our male recipient is Gavin Russell. Female recipient is Kendall Fetter. The Charles E. Heller Jr. Scholarship Award. The class of 1971 is proud to present a scholarship award to be granted to a graduate of Melton Area Senior High School. It is the goal of the class of 1971 to recognize a student who has an interest in furthering their education in special education, speech, PT, or OT. We have 3 recipients this year: Samara Hands, Laura Faust, and Andrew Jenkins. The Rich Huff Scholarship. The Rich Huff Fund of United in Christ Lutheran Church, Lewisburg, announces a scholarship to be awarded from the Rich Huff Scholarship Fund. The fund was established in 2013 in memory of Rich Huff, a beloved member of the congregation who died as a result from complications following a house fire. Rich had played Santa Claus for years at the Lycoming Mall and other venues and had a great love of children. The fund helps children in need in our area, and these scholarships are intended to recognize the efforts of students who demonstrate the spirit of helping children. This year's recipient is Seth Gilbert. The Melton High School Alumni Scholarships, awarded to graduating seniors and past graduates of the Melton Area High School. The cash scholarship awards honor and recognize the generosity of the alumni, friends, and members of the Melton community. Our 2023 recipients, there's a number of you. Garrett Baker, Patience Benshaw, Jace Brandt, Isaiah Day, Emma East, Alex Bell Familia, Rachel Genzel, Aiden Kaiser, Lydia Meckley, Xavier Minium, Madeline Nicholas, Dylan Reif, Natalie Vargas, Kylie Wagner, and Gabrielle White Knight. Now, our past graduate awards, I'm not sure if any of them are in attendance tonight, but even past graduates are able to apply for these scholarships if they have a need, years after they graduate from Melton. So we have a number of past graduate recipients this year as well. From the class of 2022, Mackenzie McBride. Also from 2022, Trent Strauss. From 2021, Elijah Knapp. From 2020, Catherine Unks. And from 2014, Sarah Smith. Congratulations to those. The Dr. James F. Bacher Memorial Scholarship. Awarded annually to the student ranking third in the graduating class. This award is dedicated to Dr. Bacher's long tenure and dedication to the students of the Melton Area School District. Dr. Bacher served the district from 1962 to 1994 as a teacher, principal, and ultimately superintendent. This year's recipient is Luke DeLong. The Shirley Jarrett Grumlick Memorial Award. Presented by the family and friends in memory of Shirley Grumlick. Shirley dedicated 26 years to the students in the Melton Area School District as an educator and as a coach. Shirley is remembered for her passion for education, athletics, and devotion to the community. This award is presented to a female student athlete who best represents the spirit and ideals of Shirley Jarrett Grumlick. This year's recipient is Morgan Reiner.
Chip Heimball Memorial Scholarship. Established in 1971 by the Milton High School class of 1968 in memory of Byron Chip Heimball, a member of their class who was killed in an automobile accident. The scholarship is awarded annually to a Milton High School senior who exemplifies Chip's literary talents. This year's recipient, Sarah Dwyer. Lindley S. and May S. Herf Memorial Scholarship. Presented by Barbara A. Herf, Remus Snyder, and Mary E. Herf Aldage in memory of their parents, Lindley S. Herf and May S. Herf. This award will be given to an individual who demonstrates excellence in the areas outside of traditional academics or major sports. In addition to character and financial need, the selection committee also considers such qualities as perseverance, enthusiasm, kindness, courtesy, and humor. This year's recipient is Brianna Beck. Jane C. Carr Memorial Award. Awarded in memory of Jane Carr, an elementary teacher for 13 years and drama coach for 6 years. In remembrance of her cheerful attitude and genuine caring for people involved in school plays, the Drama Club recognizes the graduating senior who participated in productions with a spirit that most clearly approaches that of Jane Carr. This year's recipient is Chloe Russell. Mary K. Kaiser Educational Scholarship. Awarded annually to an individual who is entering or who is enrolled in college majoring in elementary or secondary education. It is a cash award made possible through the trust fund established in Mrs. Mary K. Kaiser, an elementary teacher of 27 years with 14 years of those here at Milton. This year's recipient is Gabby Whiteman. Aaron M. Klinger Memorial Award. It is the purpose of the Aaron M. Klinger Memorial Award to recognize a graduating senior who best represents the goals and ideas of Aaron M. Klinger, who was tragically killed in an automobile accident on January 18th of 2009. Aaron is remembered for his infectious sense of humor and overall zest for life. He enjoyed sports, music, and family activities. He was a member of 4 district championship basketball teams, the varsity basketball team, the National Honor Society, and was the Student of the Month. At the time of his passing, he was a senior in exercise science at Bloomsburg University. This year's recipient is Ashton Kroll. David A. Woodring Memorial Scholarship. This award is presented in memory of David A. Woodring, a former president of statewide tax recovery. In honor of David's support of the up-and-coming younger generation, the award is presented to a worthy student who is furthering his or her education. This year's recipient is Chloe Heinzelman.
Next, we have the Ryan S. Cope Memorial Award. This award was established in 2007 and presented in loving memory of Ryan Cope by his family. Ryan was a 2001 graduate of Melton High School who passed away in December of 2006 at the age of 24. Ryan was an outstanding wrestler who was known for his sportsmanship, respectfulness, and compassion both on and off the mat, and for his love and kindness toward his family and friends. To honor Ryan's life and memory, this monetary award will be presented to a senior athlete who has displayed these same qualities while involved in sports during school and in relationships with others. This year's recipient, Rachel Genzel. The Joseph S. Kowalski Excellence in Education Award. Awarded annually to a student furthering his or her studies in the field of education. This award honors Joseph S. Kowalski, who served 34 years in the Melton Area School District from 1970 to 2004 as elementary teacher, principal, and ultimately superintendent. In all these positions, Mr. Kowalski encouraged students to excel and fostered excellence in the district. There's 2 recipients this year, Sarah Dwyer and Garrett Baker. Margie A. Longenberger Memorial Award. Awarded in memory of Margie Longenberger, secondary English teacher at the junior high for 19 years. This award is for excellence in writing skills. This year's recipient, Dylan Reif. The George V. McGee Scholarship Award. Presented in memory of George V. McGee, who was a member of the Melton High School class of 1934. After he graduated from Bucknell University in 1938 with a degree in commerce and finance, he worked as a stockbroker at Merrill Lynch in Williamsport. Throughout his entire life, he was involved in community and church activities. This scholarship will be awarded annually to a student pursuing a bachelor's degree in business, finance, or accounting. We have 3 recipients this year: Luke DeLong, Xavier Minium, and Carly Knight. The Alex Moser Memorial Scholarship. Awarded by his family in loving memory of Alex, who would have graduated in 2011. Alex was an amazing person who was always passionate about whatever he was involved in. Alex was among the top nationally ranked swimmers since 8th grade and earned several state championships. He was honored as an all-state swimmer in 9th and 10th grades and proudly represented Melton High School in PIAA swimming. Alex was also a varsity soccer player and loved aggressive snowboarding, motocross, fishing, hunting, golf, skateboarding, photography, and most of all, always loved his family, friends, and classmates. Alex was always known for his wonderful smile and his enthusiasm and willingness to help others. Alex was only 17 years old when his life was suddenly taken in a fatal car accident. Sunrise 8/25/92, sunset 1/29/2010. This award is being presented to a graduating senior whose character and actions reflect and honor Alex's life and memory. This year's recipient is Austin Mitch.
Dr. Thomas B. Musser and Dorothy B. Musser Scholarship. Awarded in memory of Dr. Thomas B. Musser and Dorothy B. Musser, a retired Milton Area School District teacher, his wife. This will be a cash award given to students who have shown superb moral character and have demonstrated a strong motivation for achievement. Preference will be given to a student in the Kelly Whitehair Township area, which is part of the Milton Area School District. Funds for this award were provided by the estate of Thomas B. Musser in an effort to assist students in their first year of advanced education. This year's recipient, Austin Mitch. Dale Hill Kiwanis Award. Dale was a 60-year lifelong member of the Kiwanis, including the first president of the Kiwanis Club in Milton. He was a distinguished lieutenant governor as well as Kiwanian of the Year in 1995, a Hickson Award winner in 1997, and held many Kiwanis international positions throughout his many years serving the Milton community and the children of the world. He was a dedicated man that invested of his time and talents into the Milton community, his church, and to his family. This year's recipient, Devin Shoemaker. Memorial Social Studies Award, presented by Wallace W. Fetzer, host 71 American Legion. Mr. Patinsky was a social studies teacher, coach, and student council advisor at Milton High School for 20 years. He began his career in 1959 and died unexpectedly in April of 1980. This year's recipient is Gavin Russell. Janet M. Platt Memorial Award, awarded to a student who will be entering the field of elementary education. Janet M. Platt was an elementary teacher for 20 years with the Milton Area School District. This year's recipient is Gabrielle White. Cassidy Reichenbaum Memorial Scholarship, presented by her family in memory of Cassidy Reichenbaum. Cassidy passed away in 2008 from a rare heart disease that went undetected. She was a 6th grade student who was known for her big smile and helping others whenever she could. She excelled in math and loved playing softball. This award will be given to a student who plays softball and excels in math. This year's recipient is Madeline Nicholas. Softball Scholarship, awarded in honor and recognition of the generosity of Herman H. Bly, the former athletic director and softball coach at Milton High School. Mr. Bly wanted to leave a legacy to help student athletes pursue their higher education. This year's recipient is Brooklyn Wade.
The Frederick V. Rick Seitz Memorial Awards, awarded in memory of Rick Seitz, a health, physical education, and driver's education teacher in the Milton Area School District for 29 years. His long and dedicated career was cut short by his untimely death in 2001. Mr. Seitz was co-advisor of the Key Club for many years and served as head coach of the golf team during his final year of teaching. Awards are presented annually to a graduating student who has excelled in the health, anatomy and physiology courses, and the graduating student who best exemplifies the stated goals of the Key Club, and a graduating student who is a member of the golf team. Our 3 recipients this year: for student government, Gavin Russell; for health, anatomy, and physiology, Sarah Dwyer; and for golf, Isaiah Day. The Carly S. Snyder Memorial Award. This award is presented in Carly's memory by her family after her life was suddenly taken in 2005. Carly is most remembered for her wonderful personality and beautiful smile. She was also very fond of animals, especially horses. This award is to be presented to a senior who wishes to further their education in animal care or a career in early child care education, since Carly also loved children. This year's recipient is Emma East. The John Philip Sousa Award. John Philip Sousa is without a doubt the most famous bandmaster in the world. This national award is given to senior band students across the nation who display outstanding musicianship and ability, extreme dedication to his or her band program, and strong leadership skills. This year's recipient is Jillian Latchford. The Zachariah W. Long Memorial Scholarship. Zach was a 2001 graduate who died in Iraq. Many of us remember his smile and his sense of humor. Funds for this award came from donations by his family and friends. This scholarship will be awarded to a student who has enlisted in the armed services. This year's recipient, Paul Rowland. The P. Lynn Davis Memorial Wrestling Award. The P. Lynn Davis Memorial Award is given to a senior wrestler with high academic achievement. Presented by the Melton Rotary Club, the award honors P. Lynn Davis, a Rotary member for over 61 years and a lover of high school and college wrestling. This year's recipient is Aiden Kaiser. The Anna C. Yeagle Memorial Scholarship. This award is in memory of Anna C. Yeagle, a Melton resident who graduated as a member of the class of 1940 and died in 2006. This scholarship will be presented each year to a deserving individual with an outstanding academic record who is enrolled in a 4-year college or university. This year's recipient is Luke DeLong.
Bernice A. Bissell Memorial Awards. Awarded in memory of Bernice A. Bissell. She was a lifelong resident of the Milton Borough who was employed and retired from American Home Foods. Ms. Bissell desired to promote education through these awards to deserving students. These are awarded to the top 10 students in the class. 10th in the class, Amber Birdsong. 9th in the class, Madeline Nicholas. 8th in the class, Sarah Dwyer. 7th in the class, Carly Knighting. 6th in the class, Nicholas Fleck. 5th in the class, Seth Yoder. 4th in the class, Alora Faust. 3rd in the class, Luke DeLong. 'H. William Koch Memorial Scholarship Award. presented in memory of H. William Cope, who served as the solicitor for the school district from 1955 to 1990 and was an alumnus of Milton High School. This will be a cash award for the valedictorian and the salutatorian of the senior class beginning in 1992. Funds for this award came from donations by friends and colleagues of Mr. Cope. The salutatorian for the class of 2023, Brooklyn Wade. First in class for the class of 2023, Ephraim Langley.
And our final awards for this afternoon are our Dreyfus and Hackenberg scholarships. A little background. The next group of awards are the Samuel Dreyfus Family Fund Scholarships and the John Frederick Hackenberg Family Fund Scholarships. The Dreyfus and Hackenberg family names have each been part of Melton's history for well over 125 years. And these names now, perhaps best known in association with the annual Dreyfus and Hackenberg Scholarship Awards. Today it is appropriate to provide some background information about these two families and the scholarship funds. Samuel and Wolf Dreyfus immigrated to the United States from Austria and established a men's clothing store on South Front Street in Melton in the late 1800s, which was successfully family-owned and operated for over 80 years until the 1970s. Samuel's daughter, Ray Elsa Dreyfus, lived in the family's residence on the second and third floors above the store until she died in 1978. In her will, Miss Dreyfus created the Samuel Dreyfus Family Fund in memory of her father. The Hackenberg family had also established itself in Melton long before 1900, with Peter Hackenberg being the owner and editor of the Meltonian newspaper, and one of his sons, William, being an attorney and state senator. His other son, John Peter Hackenberg, operated a store on Center Street, selling imported china, glassware, and brass items. John Peter Hackenberg's children were John Frederick Hackenberg and Marietta Louise Hackenberg. Miss Hackenberg used her will to create the John Frederick Hackenberg Family Fund in memory of her brother. Both Ray Elsa Dreyfus and Marietta Louise Hackenberg cared about Melton and volunteered in the community during their lifetimes. Both of them wanted to continue to support Melton on a permanent basis, so each of them left a substantial amount of money to create their respective trust funds. The annual income from the Dreyfus Family Fund has been given out as scholarships every year since 1981, and the income from the Hackenberg Family Fund has been allocated for annual scholarships since 1992. From 1981 through 2022, more than $5 million has been shared by the 689 Melton area high school graduates who have been awarded these scholarships. Few, if any, other area high schools have scholarship programs of this magnitude, and the Melton area school district is most fortunate to have these two outstanding benefactors. During the present year, 2023, $164,997 will be distributed for scholarships from the Samuel Dreyfus Family Fund, and $40,011 will be distributed for scholarships from the John Frederick Hackenberg Family Fund. This makes a total of $205,008 available for all current Dreyfus Hackenberg scholarship recipients during 2023, including today's newly awarded students. From the Melton class of 2023, one student will receive scholarships to further her education in the health careers field. One student will receive scholarships to further his education at Bucknell University. And 5 students will receive scholarships to further their educations in the general areas of art, music, literature, science, engineering, and philosophy. The scholarship recipient in the health careers category is Brooklyn Wade. The awardee in the Bucknell category is Nicholas Fleck. The recipients in the general category are Luke DeLong, Ephraim Langdon, Seth Yoder, Sarah Dwyer, and Alora Faust. Can we just give one more round of applause for all of our recipients today? This has been an incredible class to be able to work with. I know I speak for Mr. Berge and Mr. Harris when I say we're really going to miss them. At this time, I want to invite Dr. John Bickhardt, our superintendent, to the microphone for our closing.
Thank you, everyone, for being here. What an afternoon. As the new superintendent, it's pretty impressive to sit here and listen to the amount of awards that are given out, and to hear $5 million over 628 people in the past 30 years. It's incredible. I don't think there is any other schools that do that. To our award winners, thank you. Thank you for representing Milton. Thank you for being our best and our shining stars. And to you as parents, thank you. Thank you for giving us this opportunity. I've only had 1 year, but they have made my first year memorable. And as these gentlemen said, it's pretty incredible what they've given to this district. I have one challenge for you today. Take some time from those awards you won to learn more about them. Some pretty incredible stories exist there. Just take that time. Those people deserve that. You deserve that. Such an important part of this. With that, we will see you tomorrow outside on the field. To plenty celebration tomorrow evening. Congratulations.
11th graders, you can go back to class. Parents, family, friends, if you want to get some pictures